in order to get a remission of the additional. Did I say additional?
Hi, welcome to another episode of Coffee Sessions with Pink and Queen.
Continuing from our previous video on why property prices will not come down despite the COVID-19 situation, we discussed what relief measures the government has implemented during the pandemic and how this will impact the Singapore property market.
The government has been actively implementing ways to ease hardship during this challenging period. Here are some of the relief measures the government has introduced for the property market. Without further ado, let's get started.
Point number 1. Deferment of home loans. Banks and finance companies have introduced this special relief to help individuals who are facing cash flow difficulties with their mortgage repayments during this COVID-19 period. This allows individuals to defer repayment up to 31st December 2020. Therefore, sellers are less likely to sell off their property urgently and at a huge loss.
Number 2. 6 months extension to developers. The government has announced that it is giving a 6 months extension to developers affected by construction schedules and sales of housing units that are disrupted because of COVID-19 pandemic. There will be an extension of the project completion period of 6 months for residential, commercial, and industrial development projects. If you are waiting for developers to give huge discounts, it may not materialize.
Point number 3. 6 months extension given to home owners. Singaporean married couples who bought a second residential property will now have 1 year instead of 6 months to sell their first residential property in order to get a remission of the additional buyer's stamp duty. There will be an extension of time by 6 months for the start and completion of residential developments and for the sale of housing units in relation to ABSD remission. Hence, homeowners are in no urgent need to sell off their properties just to comply with the previous deadline and have more time to do so.
In fact, while we generally expect property prices to hold, it should not come as a surprise that private property prices will increase, which brings us to point number 4.
Point number 4. Increase in construction costs. According to National Development Minister Lawrence Wong, the government has made it a regulation for foreign workers to undergo regular testing to ensure that they are safe to work. These measures to keep COVID-19 transmission low in the construction sector are bound to increase costs for contractors and companies. These costs will inevitably and eventually be passed on to consumers. What this means is that prices of properties will definitely increase.
So if you are still sitting on the fence hoping for prices to drop or for fire sales to take place, there is a high chance that it will not happen.
Instead, if you do find a property that you like and is within your price range, it will be beneficial for you to take action. Don't miss this boat.
We feel that this pandemic is a good time, especially for HDB upgraders, to make a switch in their property portfolio. Do speak to us for a non-obligatory discussion and we will be able to advise you further if this is the right time for you to do so.
Remember to like and share our page. Thank you for watching.